Hello my wonderful people and welcome to the 6th anime quickie installment. I just have to say, I love anime movies. They are the best quick fix for anime. It's nice being able to complete an entire story within a little over an hour rather than having to go through 12 to 100 plus episodes to watch a series. Sometimes you don't want a story that's that in-depth, and that's where anime movies shine. And a lot of the time, at least I'm finding, anime movies are so well put together. You can always tell the better quality animation in an anime movie that's based off of an anime series. This anime quickie is not based off of a series though. And today's quickie is dedicated to KK Fly 546. And today's movie is...
You know what I'm gonna throw.
There's nothing you can hide from me. I can predict everything you're gonna do.
What you experienced was a time leap.
Time leap?
You see, time can never be reversed. So it was you that went back in time.
The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. This movie was released on July 15th of 2006 and runs for 96 minutes. Its gross revenue was estimated at about 30 million. The classic Kadokawa film, The Girl Who Conquered Time, or also known as The Girl of Time, gets a sort of sequel in The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. The Girl Who Leapt Through Time is not actually a follow-up to the 1983 film, but instead is a remake of the original novel, The Girl Who Conquered Time, which inspired the Kadokawa film. The lead character in this movie is 17-year-old Makoto Kano, whose aunt, Kazuko Yoshiyama, was the protagonist in the original film and novel, and experienced something similar to her niece's time-traveling, jumping, leaping exploits. This information will help you understand the aunt more in this movie. But don't worry. Her aunt's experiences are only lightly touched on throughout this movie, so you do not actually have to have seen the original to fully understand and enjoy this movie. Basically, Kazuko buys into Makoto's time-leaping, traveling thing so easily because it happened to her in the past. There, now you understand one possible nagging point about the movie. Okay, I'm gonna quote this next part because I thought it was so nicely put together and I'd hate to ruin it with my less than conventional way of talking. I moved you so I could look at the screen. Makoto is a tomboyish 17-year-old who's having a particularly bad day. She got up late, barely arrived at school on time, failed the pop quiz, caused a fire in home economics, and finally had a large male student thrown at her on the school grounds. The real kicker is what happens at the end of the day. While delivering fruit to her aunt Kazuko, the brakes on her bike give out right as she's heading downhill towards an intersection. The resulting accident sends her flying to her doom, but a curious thing happens. She ends up transported in time to a few minutes before the accident and avoids death by running into a large woman carrying groceries. Now, all these things I just went over are basically what the movie flows around. And it flows quite beautifully. The things that really jumped out at me at this movie were the interaction between people. It all felt so real and so natural. Not like it was lines from a script, but like you were sneaking a peek into these people's lives. I was really impressed by it. Also, the art style will give you an old feel to it, but it's done in a good way and purposely done like that. The colors used are more soft than bold, which is used in more common anime. And her friends are so cute! Personality-wise and appearance-wise. I really loved the characters in this movie, and I think this is something special. It was a real treat to watch, and I plan to watch it again and again. Another thing I was really impressed by in this anime is that when somebody falls down, they are affected like a real person would be affected if they fell down. Like if you're wearing shorts or something and you fall on your knee on pavement, you're gonna get cut. And when one of the characters fall in this, it is painful to watch, but it's so real. Made me cringe and impressed me at the same time. When I was rounding to the end of this movie, I was sitting there talking to the screen going, please let this happen, please let this happen. I had a very simple but set way I wanted this movie to end. And it very much did not end that way. But even though it didn't end the way I hoped it would, I was still impressed with the ending. I'm going to give this movie a perfect 5 out of 5. It's the kind of movie that just made me feel happy watching it. I highly recommend it to anyone who hasn't seen it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye! This movie was released on July 15th. Yes, it was. Whose aunt, Kazuka Yoshiyama,